Alright guys, what's up? It's Nasu here and I'm back with a DFFOO video. The JP side. And in this video we're tackling the Act 3 Chapter 10 Part 1 Shinryu boss. Oof. That's a lot to take in. Pause. But yeah, with these things, these ugly flying dragon demon looking things, let me just talk about them for a minute. Yeah, you don't want these things to get a turn. I'll say that off the bat. If you do let them get a turn, just have a way to dispel, because they get a buff when they take a turn. This buff has to be a match for speed up, because when they get this buff, even when deleting turns with Minwu, I will get back on Minwu later, even when deleting turns with him, they still jump up in the turn order. Usually this has to be because the boss is fast, but it has to be the speed buff, and it has to be big. Pause. Okay, I'm joking. But on the serious note, yeah, I don't have many means to prevent them from taking turns besides deleting with Minwu. As you see, I use the Cloud LD call. Like I said, I took a long break from JP, so I don't have many calls. Don't have many characters built up, so hey, but I did the best I could and it kind of worked out. Now, that really is the only threatening thing about these bosses. You don't want to bring any other element besides holy, because if you hit them with any other elemental brave damage besides holy, I think they have 100% brave damage resist up, so you're going to be hitting ones. And they absorb one element. I believe it's one of the elements Luna Freya has, because she brings it down some, but you hit zeros with her on the team. But so we didn't bring any elements besides holy. Minwu has. But other than that, you should be good. The boss's force gauge doesn't have any thresholds, which I kind of see why, because they're, maybe it's just me, but their gauge charges fast, like really fast. And I think you can slow down how fast it charges by deleting their turns, but it still seemed like it charged pretty fast to me. But yeah, that's pretty much the only threatening thing. If they do get their force gauge built up the way the Canceller is, to have a character use a force ability that doesn't have an HP attack attached to it. And I'm pretty sure the only characters that do that as of now are Aerith and Minwu. Maybe there's another character. I don't know. I haven't been playing. Like I said, I just started back after Tifa Force, so maybe there was a character before her, but I'm not sure. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments. That's cool. Always looking for constructive criticism. But the team I used here: Core, Baenoa, Minwu with the Kane friend. I brought Core because, I mean, Core is pretty OP. Core seems like he just raises the gauge force HP damage bonus of everybody. But I'm pretty sure that's because of his follow up preemptive attack that he does. Raises the gauge. I brought Kane just because I wanted his follow-ups when he jumps in the air to further raise the HP damage bonus quicker, so I can get those nice big percentages. And of course Minwu, because he's the star of the show. Yeah, so I got him in fairly good amount of gems. I think 75k, because I was at 300 G tokens. I got the burst. I already had 5 copies of the force, so apparently they wanted me to max out the force and, you know, just token the LD. So yeah, it worked out pretty well. I actually put on because I wanted Sisney, but that's another topic. Let's talk about Minwu. He's a trap character. Meet me in the trap. It's going down. Okay. But yeah, he's a trap character who does a lot of damage, like a lot of damage. The way I used, but I'm still learning to use him. But what I did was Obviously, you do his attacks. You want the traps on. You want the buffs on, the LD buff on, and everything like that. You go with your burst attack. His burst ability, the buff is only 6 turns. So once you do that, you pretty much have to go into his burst phase because you want that burst buff on. The burst buff actually lowers the trap twice by 2 durations. His traps activate when they're lowered, every time they're lowered. So by lowering it by 2, you make the traps go off twice. And I think he has another trap that either resets it or raises it back to 6. I'm not sure. I just know the traps go between 6-4, 6-4. They bounce like that. So that's why you see the traps being activated twice. Now, that's the way I use him. And also his force gauge, I think it goes up every time someone does off-turn damage. So, or maybe it's just follow-ups. Off-turn. It might be off-turn. I think it's off-turn because I tried Rim. And I don't think Rim raised it. Because, you know, hers is actually on turn, I guess you could say. So I'm going to just say with off-turn damage. If I'm wrong, and you can correct me. Like I said, I'm still learning the character. When I first hit this stage, I pretty much just pressed buttons. I didn't know what I was doing, and yeah, the damage was just piss poor. Even with this, I think I messed up, but you can get more damage if you want to. When you're in the burst phase, I believe it says, I may be wrong on this, but I tried it, and these are the ones that seem to do it. It's EX, the plus version of his S1, and his HP++ are the ones that bring down the duration of his traps, which actually allows them to go off. So I didn't use this S2 or his LD while in the burst phase because I believe I tried that the first time and it didn't go off. So I'm guessing those are the 3 abilities that make them go down by 1. So I didn't do those because, you know, it's going to take away some of the damage. It's going to take away a lot of the damage if his traps aren't going off. Because as you can see, he's doing a lot of damage in this burst phase. But yeah, overall, I like the character. I mean, I'll be honest, I've only played Final Fantasy 7 through 10 Part 2, so I don't know most of these characters. I just pull if they look cool or if, you know, they make the man Regis move. That's my pull strategy. So I just like to keep it simple. That's it. But anyways, yeah, with that being said, this fight wasn't particularly hard. They go in the first gauge, you know. You can't gain any brave, you know, have Minwu and Aerith use their force ability, take it away, go back, beat up the bosses. That's pretty much it. They're not really threatening. Unless they break you, they don't even hit hard. I mean, when they went into the force, they didn't even hit hard. But yeah, other than that, I'll let y'all watch the rest of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, follow, all that stuff. Hit the bell, subscribe. I don't know. I don't look for friends. I just post videos. Hey, I just have fun playing the game. Like I said, I don't even try to do all this fancy, oh, this character pairing with this, you can do this, makes me, yeah, like, if I win, I'm good. But I hope y'all have a good day. It's actually Mardi Gras where I'm at. I live in New Orleans, so yeah, I'm about to work a little bit there. Hopefully go out and enjoy the festivities. So y'all have a good one. Peace.
梅雨払いはしてやるぞ。沈んでもらおう。任せておけ。
好機だ。
明動せよ。全力でいく。
ありがとう。あの世で後悔しろ。ふん、光になれ。いいものを見せてくれ。これで終わり。
共に運命を切り開こう。
退かないと思うな。
残った力も投じよう。活路を開く。持てる力の全てを。運命を切り開け。
想定済みだ。
この命をかけて託したぞ。
想定済みだ。魂の責務は果たす。人たちで切り落とす。
これで終わり。絶対勝つって信じてた。